Hello, Internet. My name is Simon, and I'm coming at you live from the streets of Las Vegas. And I have some notes here because I wanted to kind of do a better video. Lord knows I don't know how the audio is on this because the AirPods like to let in a lot of ambient noise, but we're going to do what we can do. I'm making this video. It's the first of many talking videos, but I'm in a weird situation. A very weird situation where I feel like I'm stuck. I'll explain a little bit deeper. I'm 20 years old and it feels like I've accomplished a lot for my age. Even in the last 4 years, I graduated, I had my first 2 jobs, making a decent bit of money, not enough to live in Seattle, but enough to, get by. I lived in another country, learned a whole other language to some extent of fluency, and went viral on TikTok. Became like a mini influencer for a little bit, started my own clothing brand, like legit, designed, sewed, found some suppliers, had my first girlfriend, crossed I haven't told anybody this online, but crossed the 100 girl mark, which is disgusting and aggressive, but I've done a lot of shit, and still it feels like my options are limited. And obviously that's because of the choices I've made. And I'll explain a little bit further. Obviously, from the corporate side, I have a degree, I have almost 5 years of experience, but from the corporate side, because of the debacle, because of the wildness and the choices that I made with regards to the TikTok videos, and I chose quitting over the job. Now my name is infinitely Googleable and is associated with wildness. And I don't think that's helping my job search right now. I am infinitely Googleable. The first thing that pops up is a New York Post article. Business Insider, Complex, BET articles all about me sleeping in a workplace. I get a lot of people calling me, but I don't get a lot of first interviews, and I don't get a lot of second interviews. And I haven't gotten any job offers, except for Russia, and I'll talk about that in a second. The second real option that I thought I had, which I quit the job for, was social media. But none of my social media channels are really monetized. The closest thing to monetize that I ever got was TikTok, and that lasted only as long as the views lasted. And the issue with my situation with TikTok is that I went viral for a thing that I wasn't actively doing. Like, I can actively sleep in the streets. I can actively do a lot of wild shit, but I can't actively live in different workplaces indefinitely. Because first of all, they won't let me I would try, but they won't even let me get in the workplace. And not that I would even try, but it's like, that is a thing. I can't do that indefinitely. So, I kept it going. I did the live streaming. I moved to Vegas. I did a good job keeping the viral moments going. I really, as far as I'm concerned, I did a good job. I posted 3 TikToks a day for like 2 months. I did the live stream, and I really pumped up the subscriber count from like 100,000 to like 180,000, and I was on track for 200,000, but we kept on getting ban after ban after ban. That kept hampering my success, and then ultimately didn't the money dried up completely, and I just could not even pay for a cameraman anymore, which was necessary for the type of stuff that I was doing. And Lord knows, YouTube is really the next thing that's really monetizable, but I know the quality of YouTube content that's necessary to really be successful on here. The title and the thumbnail and the ideas that are really necessary. And man, I ain't got the swag for it, to be honest. I ain't got the swag for it. It's hard. When I set out to record some of these videos, man, it's truly, while sometimes emotionally I'm capable of going out and recording something cool, interesting, a lot of the times, man, I go out to record a video with an idea and it's just, I can't do anything. I freeze. And I get too nervous to actually do anything, which is weird because I'm the God King, and almost have no social anxiety. But for some reason, in some context, whenever it comes down to the line where I need to make money, where I need to put something out to possibly help my future, that's when the social anxiety comes. interesting enough. Like when I need it, if I need it to work, or if I need something to happen, that's when it's just shit's not going how I want it to go. And of course, YouTube is a long grind type of platform. So anyway, I say all that to say, social media is no longer really an option in the short term for generating income. And as a result, so we don't have social media. The corporate is locked up. What do we do now? What's left? And I was looking at all my options, and it seems like the last bastion. I mean, I think that the bastion is leaving the country and teaching English. Obviously, teaching English in China, teaching English in Russia, Eastern Europe, South America, all those will always be options, because they don't care about what you do on the internet. They just will never, they don't care. They need bodies, they need you out there. They don't care. So I can always do that. And what I like about that job is I'm traveling. I'll probably get the opportunity to learn some new languages. I am in a different culture, a different area. So maybe me carrying around the camera, filming my daily life, it can be more interesting, possibly. Even if I'm doing these talking videos, which it seems like, just content-wise, all that I'm capable of emotionally, which is sad, but it is what it is. It seems like maybe if I'm recording these videos in the context of another country, giving my experience and traveling, and it could be a little bit more interesting. And of course, the women in other countries are a little bit more feminine, and honestly, they just like me better. There's the foreigner effect, which I want to make a video about in the future, but it's kind of obvious what it is, but foreigner effect in those countries, man, they treat me well. They treat me a lot better than people treat me in America. And it's easier to make friends, it's easier to have girls, and it's probably easier to make content and have a friend group. So I say all that to say, I mean, that's like the primary thing. Now, the issue with teaching English abroad right now is I can't even fund the ticket to get abroad, because that's the main thing. As long as you're abroad, I mean, some of the people will financially subsidize your ticket abroad, but other people won't. And a lot of the companies that I've been finding so far are unwilling to subsidize that first ticket. So my solution is that I do have to work. I can't get a corporate job, but I can get a job. And I did find a job as an English teacher, but in America, which is good because I'll get some actual, so I'm getting like real life training in a lot larger classes than I was ever used to. And this English teaching job, it has a schedule. So I think this job will be good for me on two factors. Number one, I'll be able to save enough money to go abroad. I'll be able to upgrade some of my devices. I'll be able to get I want to get like an M2 Mac computer, an M1 Mac computer, buy like Logic Pro or one of those editing softwares, and maybe get one extra lens, like a zoom lens, like 50 to 300, or one of those, just one zoom lens, a cheap one, like a $300 zoom lens, upgrade a few pieces of equipment, pay off some debt, and then even bigger than just the money piece is develop some discipline. The number one thing, my number one and number two weaknesses have been consistency and routine. Consistency when it comes to YouTube videos, and just having consistency when it comes to YouTube videos. Even if I record a video and I need to edit it and it's not coming out like I need it to come out, man, I gotta put something on the internet. To me, the perfectionist aspect of what I've been doing has to end. So to me, I have to make I need to start making videos that are good enough but push me that much. So right now, what's good enough and pushes me that much is to record one of these videos well enough to put out. So just record it flat out in a nice way to where I can listen to it and I'm not ashamed of and put it out. That is what I'm comfortable with, and that is what is pushing me right now. In the future, it could be to really have a script and to start to edit it in a more video essay format. And then in the future, we might be adding different vlog elements. We might be adding girls. We might be adding different things. But for now, we need to start somewhere, and then we can progress. So that is number one. So, and that is with just the videos. Then there's just with teaching and just life in general. I feel like having a routine and being consistent in the areas that I want to improve in will improve my life. And having this 6 to 12 months of consistent work towards a job, towards a thing, with really conscious effort as to that being the goal, where I wake up at 5 a.m. and get home at 9 p.m. and go to bed. And then I have exact goals and plans for what I want to do in the middle time. I need to go to work for 6 hours, and then I need to fill that middle time with other things that I want to improve on, whether that's meeting women, whether that's meeting women, putting myself out there, whether that's just being on my own and making content, whether that's taking 4 rompers out onto the strip and I have 3 hours to convince a few people to get into them and do some content with me. I don't know what the goals need to be necessarily, but having those goals and being able to fulfill them on a regular basis, being able to put myself out there on a regular basis, I think if I can do that slowly over the course of 6 months and consistently, man, I'm going to be a god whenever I go abroad. I'm going to be a god regardless when I go abroad. But man, if that is the one thing that has been my sticking point this whole time. If I can get that down with the long form content and with the short term form content, start batching out TikToks. Oh my God, I'll be unstoppable. I'll be unstoppable. So that's my plan. Those are my goals. And that's what I'm doing with my lack of options. Let me know what you think about that in the comments below. I'm really excited for the future. And let me be honest, I'll go into this a little bit more in the future. Man, mentally, this has been very tough. Mentally, this has been very, very tough. I've had some very dark moments in the past month, and it's just, for the life of me, I've been hanging on by a thread. Just hanging on by a thread, truly. But I've survived this much, and I have this little plan, and we're gonna get through it, and we're gonna be successful, and I'm gonna be able to accomplish the things that I want to accomplish. My fucking number one goal, I don't want to give up. Even it gets so hard. It gets so hard day to day. Sometimes it gets so hard day to day. I know a lot of people understand, but when you have a vision for yourself and you yourself are not living up to that vision of what you can be, that is really the most painful thing that's possible. And I put a lot of pressure on myself to improve, and I know, because I know what I'm capable of, and I know that I can be successful in my eyes. It's not even about, I'm really, and this is me, I really want to try to, that's one of the things with the 6 months that I really want to do. I really want to refocus what success is for me. My success is literally on me putting out content that I like and improving on it week after week, and then disciplining myself. Not disciplining myself, but having the discipline and the consistency and the routine to accomplish these things within the grueling, waking up at a certain time and going to bed at a certain time, and then still accomplish and still making money and still getting, still executing according to the responsibilities that I've set forward for myself. Man, I think I can do it. I know I can do it, but really it's been difficult. And I think now I'll talk about some of the little tricks, some of the little dopamine tricks, some of the little reward tricks that I'm planning. But basically, in short, my goal is I learned that from last week, from Monday this week. This is Thursday. I can't reward myself. I really just can't just immediately reward myself for having a good day. It's not good for me to just reward myself with just watching more YouTube, consuming more content, or eating candy or drinking soda. I had a good day on Monday and I just jumped out the window, ate a whole bunch of candy, and it was man, the next day was hell. It was fucking hell. The next 2 days, I was out of commission for fucking 2 days. Just the worst 2 days in a long time. And yeah, so anyway, that's a lot of shit. But suffice to say, listen, we outside. I got a little plan, and even with my lack of options, we're creating shit, and we're gonna get to the other side. And we're gonna, and I'm gonna be happy with my life. I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Hope you enjoyed. Peace.